You're exhausted. Every conversation feels like a battle you didn't sign up for. You've tried being understanding, kind, patient, and somehow you're the one who ends up feeling guilty. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Your kindness is their weapon. Today, we're flipping the script. Let's talk about what actually works. Number 1, stop explaining yourself. When you justify your decisions to a narcissist, you're handing them ammunition. They don't want to understand you. They want openings to tear apart your reasoning. Notice what happens when you explain why you can't meet up or why you need space. They twist your words, find holes in your logic, make you doubt yourself. Normal people accept, "I'm not available," as a complete sentence. Narcissists see it as a negotiation starter. The solution? Cut your responses down to basics. "That doesn't work for me. I've made my decision. I'm not discussing this further." No reasons, no details, just clear boundaries with nothing to argue against. This feels rude at first. You've been trained to believe that good people always explain themselves. But here's what changes. When there's nothing to debate, the power dynamic shifts. They can't twist what you don't say. Number 2, match their energy with indifference. Narcissists feed on reactions. Your anger, tears, frustration, all of it fuels them. They're collecting emotional responses like trophies. When you get upset, they feel powerful. When you defend yourself passionately, they've won. Try something different. Respond to their provocations with the enthusiasm you'd give a weather report. "Okay, if you say so." Interesting perspective. Watch what happens. They escalate, trying harder to get a rise out of you. Stay flat. Stay boring. This isn't about hiding your feelings. It's about refusing to perform them on command. Your emotions are real and valid, but they don't get to be entertainment. Save your energy for people who actually care. The narcissist's need for drama isn't your responsibility to fulfill. Number 3, document everything. This sounds extreme until you need it. Narcissists rewrite history with stunning confidence. Conversations you definitely had never happened. Things they said clearly are suddenly things you imagined. This isn't poor memory. It's a strategy. Start keeping records, screenshot texts, note down conversations with dates and times, save emails. When they claim they never said something, you'll have proof, not to wave in their face. That rarely works. But for yourself, when you start doubting your own memory, you can check the facts. This practice does something else too. It helps you see patterns. That casual comment that felt off, it's the 7th time they've said something similar. The apology that seemed sincere. Look at the actions that followed. Data reveals truth that emotions sometimes hide. Number 4, build your reality checks outside the relationship. Isolation is the narcissist's best friend. When you're cut off from other perspectives, their version of reality becomes the only one available. They'll slowly separate you from friends who question them, family members who notice problems, anyone who might point out what's happening. Fight this deliberately. Keep your connections strong. Talk to people you trust about what's happening, not for gossip, for perspective. Am I overreacting? Does this seem normal to you? These reality checks are essential. Here's the shift that matters. Stop trying to get the narcissist to validate your experience. They never will. Their denial of your reality is part of the pattern. Find validation elsewhere, with people whose perceptions you can trust. Number 5, accept that they won't change for you. This might be the hardest one. You've probably tried everything. You've communicated clearly, set boundaries gently, explained how their behavior affects you, hoped they'd care enough to adjust. Maybe they promised to change. Maybe they actually tried for a while. But real change requires self-awareness and genuine remorse. 2 things narcissists fundamentally lack. They can modify behavior temporarily when it serves them, but the core pattern remains. Your love, patience, or perfect explanation won't be the thing that finally makes them see the light. Accepting this isn't giving up on them as a person. It's giving up on the fantasy that your effort can transform them. That fantasy keeps you stuck, trying harder, believing the next attempt will work. Freedom starts when you stop believing in that possibility. Number 6, use the gray rock method strategically. Make yourself boring, uninteresting, give them nothing to work with. When they ask about your life, keep it surface level. Works fine, nothing much. Volunteer no information that could be used later. This works because narcissists are attracted to what they can use. Drama, secrets, vulnerabilities, strong opinions. These are all entry points. When you become unremarkable in their eyes, you become less of a target. You're not fun to manipulate anymore. The strategy takes patience. They'll push harder initially, trying to crack through your new exterior. Stand firm. Eventually, they'll find someone else who provides the engagement they're seeking. That's not cruel. That's protecting yourself. Number 7, stop trying to win arguments. You can't win an argument with someone who isn't arguing in good faith. While you're trying to reach mutual understanding, they're trying to dominate. You bring logic and facts. They bring deflection, personal attacks, and subject changes. The goal isn't truth, it's submission. They want you to back down, apologize, accept their version. Recognizing this changes everything. Stop trying to make your point effectively. Stop searching for the right words that will finally make them understand. They understand perfectly. They just don't care. When an argument starts, you have one job: exit. I'm not doing this. Then physically leave if possible, or stop responding if it's digital. The argument can't continue if you're not there. Let them have the last word. It means nothing anyway. Number 8, protect your resources. Narcissists are excellent at creating situations where you end up giving more than you should. Money, time, energy, opportunities. They'll take whatever you offer and ask for more. The requests often come wrapped in emergencies, guilt trips, or promises of payback that never materialize. Start saying no to requests that drain you. No explanations needed. Remember number 1. Watch how quickly "I really need this" becomes "you're so selfish" when you decline. That shift tells you everything about what the request really was. Your resources are finite. Every bit you give to someone who treats you poorly is something you can't give to yourself or to people who genuinely value you. Protect what's yours. You earned it. You decide where it goes. Number 9, recognize love bombing for what it is. After treating you badly, they suddenly become the person you first met. Affectionate, attentive, apologetic. They say the right things. For a moment, you think this is finally the real them returning. This phase has a name: love bombing. It's not genuine reconciliation, it's strategy. They sense they're losing control, so they pull you back in with intensity and charm. Once you're settled again, once you've forgiven and relaxed, the pattern resumes. Understanding this cycle means you won't fall for it repeatedly. When the charm offensive starts, stay steady, notice it, acknowledge it internally, but don't let it erase everything that came before. Patterns matter more than moments. One good week doesn't undo months of manipulation. Number 10, plan your exit carefully. If you're preparing to leave, whether it's ending a relationship, changing jobs, or cutting contact, plan quietly. Narcissists don't handle rejection well. They'll escalate, try to sabotage you, or suddenly become the perfect version of themselves to keep you around. Get your essentials in order before announcing anything. Secure your finances, arrange your living situation, inform people you trust, have support lined up. Then when you're ready, make it quick and clear. Don't leave room for negotiation. Expect them to try multiple tactics. Anger first, then pleading, then promises, then threats, then back to charm. Stand firm through all of it. The person who made leaving necessary is showing you exactly why you're right to go. Your peace matters more than their comfort. Your mental health isn't a sacrifice you owe anyone. The guilt you feel, that's been carefully installed over time. It's not truth, it's conditioning. Here's what I need you to understand. Choosing yourself isn't selfish. Setting boundaries isn't mean. Protecting your energy isn't cold. These are basic acts of self-respect that healthy people do naturally. You've been made to feel wrong for normal self-preservation. So here's my question for you, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments. Which number hit the hardest? Which one made you realize something you've been avoiding? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this content helped you see something clearly for the first time, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of people who choose clarity over chaos. Like this video, if it gave you even one tool you can use today. You deserve relationships where kindness is reciprocated, not exploited. Where your needs matter as much as anyone else's. Where being good to someone doesn't mean letting them be bad to you. That life exists, and it starts the moment you stop accepting less.